moments away from South Carroll and Westminster. The longest-standing rivalry in Carroll County kicks off again tonight. The latest chapter is about to begin. The Owls come into this game 3-1, 2-0 in the Carroll County Athletic League. They've scored 85 points so far this season. They've allowed 70, and they've won their last 3 games after dropping the season opener 12-10 against Franklin. South Carroll looking for their first win of the season, 0-4, 0-2, but the Cavaliers have competed in all 4 of those games. The first 2 games, Glenelg, Walkersville, were a little bit lopsided, but they rebounded to play closer games against Liberty and Century. Their 2 county losses this year are by a combined 12 points. It is rivalry game, so expect nothing less than close competitive game here. I think the challenge for South Carroll, as it's been all season, has been the ability to stay in the ball game, not run out of gas. They are a thin bunch on the roster, not a lot of depth, while Westminster comes in with the largest roster in the county, biggest school, bigger resources in that regard. But South Carroll gets up for these kind of games. I expect nothing less from the Cavs tonight at Parker Field. Westminster's already played a game here this year, week 2, because of the light pole situation at Ruby Field, which has now been corrected, and Westminster has its lights for the remainder of the season. But Westminster had to play a home game here back in week 2 against Urbana. We were here for that one, and the Owls won a wild game, 25-24. Urbana let the clock run out in the final seconds despite having 2 timeouts in their pocket and driving into field goal range after Trevor Wallace had helped the Owls with a 46-yard field goal. And they held on to win 25-24, and they've not lost a game since. South Carroll in their gold jerseys with the white numbers, black helmets. Westminster in blue helmets, blue pants, white jerseys, and blue numerals. The officials have met at midfield. They're heading their positions. And we will have the opening kickoff a little bit early here from Parker Field tonight. Westminster will kick off. South Carroll will receive. Back deep is number 1, Davey Snyder. He's a junior. And he's flanked by another junior, number 7, Jackson Costos. So the Cavaliers will go toward the scoreboard side of Parker Field. And they'll start on offense. Trevor Wallace will tee it up from the 40-yard line. And we are moments away from another chapter of the longest rivalry in Carroll County high school football. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight on CMSportsNet. All right, here we go. Wallace will swing his leg into the ball. We will be underway. It's a liner on the ground, picked up at around the 30-yard line by South Carroll. Nice return out past the 40. That was Jake Gillis on the return. So good field position for South Carroll as they set up 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line and bringing the offense out. Junior quarterback Braden Mazalewski, 5'10", 163-pounder. Offense, plays defense, plays special teams. That's pretty much the MO for most of South Carroll's roster this year. And Mazalewski, we'll see what he can get going on offense. The Owls have allowed
Loss of 2 on the play makes it 3rd and 8 for the Cavaliers.
So Dunn with a nice tackle there. Mazalewski swarmed under. He'll be taken down for a big loss. Might have been David Girding, number 75.
David Girding, attack. Loss on the play makes it 4th and long for the Cavaliers. Michael Fry back to
And the Cavaliers will punt. Xavier Howard for Westminster and Braden Troop are back to receive the punt. Punt gets off, takes a little bit of a South Carroll roll. And the ball will be down there, so Westminster's offense will come out.
Down by Justin Jones.
Vasilewski pass. Oh, intercepted right off the bat. Trying to get it to Rodriguez instead.
Vasilewski's pass intercepted.
Number 50, Drake
Drake
Kehoe.
Kehoe.
So a big play there
Return.
for Westminster is a turnover. Vasilewski just didn't see the defender, trying to get it to Rodriguez. Pressure on that play, forced the pass, and Kehoe has the interception. And the Owls back in business. Will be 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. O'Connor gives off. Comfort that time stuck right in the gap. Nice tackle by Davey Snyder, number 1, made the tackle.
Davey Snyder with the tackle.
And a good job there by South Carroll's defense. That's actually a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 11 for the Owls.
So good job there by the Cavaliers. Owls definitely trying to establish this ground game early on. They've already got 70-some yards on the ground. O'Connor deep. He's trying to get it to Troop. Troop goes up. Oh, a touchdown. Only need 1 foot in high school. And that's a touchdown. 25-yard pass. Rory O'Connor to Braden Troop.
Pass complete to Braden Troop for the Owl touchdown.
Braden Troop, number 21, with the catch.
Trevor Wallace out the table.
And so the Owls off to a flying start here. 1 minute after the first touchdown, they have put another on the board. And Wallace's extra point is good.
With 7 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the score, Westminster 14, South Carroll 0. Fans, don't forget to visit the concession stand at the Block House
Well,
on the south end of Parker Field tonight. We have a variety
7
of food,
points off
including
the first
Chick-fil-A,
turnover, and the
burgers,
Owls
pizzas, drinks, and
have
snacks.
started this
Take
game with a
care of your
bang.
Friday evening dining needs and support the South Carroll Athletic Boosters. A big thank you to some of our sponsors tonight. White Sky Technologies, SOS Potties, and Restoration One of Central Maryland, all Cavalier Elite sponsors. Trevor Wallace out to take the kick for the Owls. Anthony Rodriguez and Davey Snyder back to return for the Cavaliers.
So a 25-yard touchdown pass from Rory O'Connor to Braden Troop. That followed a 63-yard touchdown run from Nick Comfer, and this one is it's a free ball after a couple of Cavaliers try to get it. I believe they covered it up, so a squibber there from Wallace. A little confusion there by South Carroll, but the Cavaliers get the ball.
Jake Gillis
recovered it, or fell on it rather.
At about the 31-yard line of the Cavaliers, will take over 1st and 10.
So this is South Carroll's 3rd possession, and we're at 6:56 remaining in the first quarter. Not what Coach Mike Crumley and company probably designed. They wanted to make a long. They want to score points now. They want to get something going on the ground, sort of a long drive, so to speak. This will be a run that goes nowhere. Westminster swarms him under. That's Noah Paisley, number 6, that helped start that play.
Anthony Rodriguez with a carry.
And a huge loss for Rodriguez. All the way back to the
makes it 2nd and 14
27, so a 2nd and 13 or 14 for South Carroll. Cavaliers going in the wrong direction here. Oh, my. Personal foul on Westminster. So the run is to the 50, so Maslewski picks up 18 yards on the run, and then we're going to get 15 more for the first down. So big play here. Gets it into Westminster territory. Should be down to the 35-yard line. So that could be some momentum swing here for Westminster. Sorry, for South Carroll anyway on offense, as the Cavaliers will take a nice run from Maslewski and then a 15-yard penalty for hands to the face. So 1st and 10 from the Westminster 35. Maslewski in trouble. He's going to use his legs again. Trying to get around. The first wave did, but couldn't get away from Franklin Bryan III. Number 18 makes the tackle.
Franklin Bryan III with the tackle.
But a pickup of 5 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play makes it 7.
Unofficially, yeah, it looks like more like 4 yards. So a 4-yard pickup for Maslewski on the ground makes it 2nd and 6 from the 31. Second and 6. Maslewski with receiver in motion. Maslewski completes it. Wrapped up very well right there, though, by 14. Jace Thomas. Davey Snyder on the catch.
Jace Thomas.
But Thomas comes up, makes a nice tackle there. It'll be 4th down, and we'll see what South Carroll wants to do.
Gain of 2.
Offense on the field for South Carroll, 4th down. Maslewski has Rodriguez in the backfield to his right. Twin receivers to the right side, back to pass. Pocket evaporating, gets away from Girding, does Maslewski, still running. Stays in bounds, and Maslewski with a nice run picks up a 1st down. Injured Owl on the play. Maslewski does enough. Gets the 1st down. Big run by Braden Maslewski.
Another South Carroll Cavaliers 1st down. Injury timeout on the field. Big thank you to Sarah Nedengandi from Pivot Physical Therapy for providing athletic training services for our athletes this evening. Also, a big thank you to our EMTs from Winfield Fire Department who are providing emergency services for tonight's game. Thank you to all our first responders, firefighters, and police officers for the important work you do in serving the community.
Franklin Bryan being helped off by 2 teammates and not putting a lot of pressure on that left leg, so don't want to speculate, but hope the young man's okay. Already made a nice defensive play on this drive, but a 1st down for Braden Maslewski. First down ball at the 22-yard line. So South Carroll, their best drive so far with less than 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter, and Westminster with a 14-0 lead. Davey Snyder in motion. The give is to Rodriguez. Rodriguez had the hole for a moment. Still makes a couple yards out of it.
Tackled by a host of Owls.
So pick up 2 yards. 2 yards on the run. Brings up actually 3 yards. Ball's at the 19. So a 3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 7.
Gain of 3 on the play makes it 2nd and 7 for the Cavaliers.
So the 15-yard penalty certainly helps South Carroll, but the Cavaliers on the move thanks to Braden Mazalewski's legs. Trip receivers to the right. Rodriguez to the left of Mazalewski. He's back to throw. Slant pass, he's looking for it. Now he's going to try to get it over the top of the defense. Comfer was guarding Davey Snyder. Ball incomplete, almost a wheel route for South Carroll. They tried that, almost got it to work, but it falls incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 7.
Nick Comfer defending on the play. Makes it 3rd and 7 for the Cavaliers.
Mazalewski pressured by Isaiah Taylor, and down he goes. Isaiah Taylor.
Braden Mazalewski sacked by Isaiah Taylor for a loss.
One of the top defensive players last season, 10.5 sacks. And there's the sack right there that brings up 4th and long now. A big loss all the way back to the 26-yard line. Yeah, 27-yard line. So 4th and 15 now, and South Carroll's offense will stay out there with a minute and a half remaining in the opening quarter. The pressure from Paisley, number 6, and Taylor, number 7, is a challenge for any offense. And South Carroll on the thinner side here, so look for those two guys to try to tee off a little bit on defense. Here we go, 4th and 15. Trips to the right for South Carroll. Here comes Taylor again. Mazalewski, look out! Taylor swarms him over. And another sack for Isaiah Taylor. And a turnover on downs.
By Isaiah Taylor. Turnover on downs.
Boy, big plays, back-to-back plays for Isaiah Taylor. It's 1st and 10. Westminster at the 33-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. For the Owls.
Pick up of 4 yards there, down to the 29, so 2nd and 6. O'Connor is back to pass. Pressure there, the ball is lofted out of bounds. Nice hit and a nice job there by South Carroll.
Intended for Xavier Howard. Sails out of bounds.
Brendan Harrison on the pressure there. A nice job by South Carroll.
Harrison pressured the quarterback.
So it'll be 3rd down. Nice job by South Carroll. Forcing O'Connor to throw that out of bounds.
3rd and 6 for the Owls.
Having himself quite a half, and a 2nd and goal from the 1.
Gain of 8 makes it 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
O'Connor going to keep it himself and only had to get a yard, and he broke the plane. Rory O'Connor into the end zone for a touchdown. One yard out, senior quarterback Rory O'Connor finds pay dirt. And the Owls up 3 scores, trying to add on the PAT to make it 21-0 early in the 2nd quarter. Wallace's kick is good as it heads into the pine trees out past the scoreboard side of the field. 9:53 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Owls 21, Cavaliers 0. Owls kick off, and falling on it down out past the 20, or out beyond the 20, is South Carroll. So the Cavaliers trying to get something going here on offense, down 3 scores.
Josh Burr with the reception. Cavaliers will take over
Stockton. Mazalewski was throwing that away, running for his life. Instead, Miller comes back, secures a spot on the sideline. Mazalewski hits the dart, and South Carroll moves the chains. So from the 18 up to the 37, pickup of 19 yards on that pass. Nice job by South Carroll. Here's a run, and that hole just closes up quickly.
Rodriguez with the carry.
Rodriguez lost a yard, lost 2 yards.
Tackle by Noah Paisley.
Number 6, Noah Paisley, in on that tackle with a couple of his teammates right behind him. And that's a loss of 2, so going the wrong way.
Loss of 2 on the play makes it 2nd and 12 for the Cavaliers.
Second and 12 now. Mazalewski going to use his legs, being chased by Lee. And Lee takes him down.
Mazalewski with the keeper.
Mazalewski does get out past the 40-yard line.
Xavier Thomas with the tackle. Gain of 7 on the play makes it 3rd and 5 for the Cavaliers.
So got it into a more manageable 3rd down, did Mazalewski. Pass is caught right at the 45-yard line. Not enough for a first down.
Braden Mazalewski's pass complete to Nicholas Pizzuto.
Nick Pizzuto, number 21, makes the catch.
Gain of 4 makes it 4th and about 1.
So it's 4th and 1 now. And South Carroll's offense staying out there. 6:40 and counting in the second quarter. And a timeout. Mike Crumley, South Carroll coach, calls timeout. 6:23 to go in the opening half, second quarter. 4th and 1 from the 46, and Coach Crumley wants to talk it over with the Cavaliers.
Cavalier fans, your varsity football team returns home on Friday, October 17th for homecoming to take on the Brunswick Railroaders. Kickoff on the 17th at 6:30 p.m. Hope to see you here at Parker Field for all the Cavalier homecoming festivities. Next Friday, your Cavaliers make the trip up 27 to take on Manchester Valley. Game time there is set for 7 p.m.
Just a reminder here, coming soon, CMSportsNet will be the home for high school sports coverage. We're building a new way to experience all the action, every stadium, every gym, live and on demand. Stay tuned for subscription details. It's your team, your game, your network. It'll be CMSportsNet Plus on its way as soon as possible. 4th and 1 from the 46. Cavs break the huddle. 2 backs flanking Mazalewski. Oh, they might have got Westminster to jump.
Flags on the field.
Westminster sideline pointing. Officials want to talk it over. See what they call here. Offside. Offside on
Offside calling
Westminster.
It's
So
on
a
the
first
penalty.
down.
South Carroll Cavalier first down.
The second one this half that it's resulted in a penalty, rather, that's resulted in a first down for South Carroll. The Cavaliers will take it. They'll move the sticks, and the ball will be at the 49-yard line, so a first down in to Owls territory. One of these has to result in points if you're the Cavaliers. Can't keep giving up the ball and giving up points if you're South Carolina's defense. There's a nice hole opening up there on a run. Anthony Rodriguez
with the carry.
just a gain of about 2 down to the 46. Give him 3 yards. 3 yards on that run. Makes it 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 for the Cavaliers.
Five minutes, 45 seconds to go. Second quarter. South Carroll into Westminster territory. They've been here a few times. Just no points. There's some pressure again on Maslewski. He steps out of it and steps forward and gets positive yards down to the 43-yard line. So a pickup of just 3. Barrett Tozer, number 44, makes the stop for the Owls, but it's a gain of 3 yards for Maslewski, who is doing all he can on his legs. When Westminster brings the pressure, Maslewski is doing a good job to step out in front of it and pick up some yards any way he can. It'll be a 3rd and a long 4. Ball at the 43-yard line. Pass out in the flat, caught. Jake Gillis, I believe he's a little short. Let's see where they give it to him.
To Jake Gillis.
They are going to give him the first down to the 39-yard line.
Another South Carroll Cavalier first down.
So the Cavs on the move, fresh set of downs to the 39-yard line we go. Nice pass, nice catch. First down. Taking a long time to get this play in. 4:15 to go, and I think they're going to need another timeout. And they are. Just unsureness there from South Carroll. So the second timeout burned this half with 4:12 remaining in the second quarter. It's 1st and 10 South Carroll, but Coach Crumley, Mike Crumley, will talk it over with South Carroll.
Thank you to our Cavalier All-Star sponsors, Casey Wooten, Charis Realty Group, JT Custom Builders, and Health Unlimited Family Fitness and Aquatic Center. A huge thank you to our Cavalier champion sponsors, Twin Arch Barbers and Stylists LLC, Snell's Greenhouses Incorporated, and Legendary Photos. A great big thank you to all our Cavalier Elite, All-Star, and champion sponsors.
So back out they come. 4:12 remaining. Winters Mill and Francis Scott Key underway. No score from Uniontown. Winters Mill 0, FSK 0. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Maslewski back to pass. Under, throws it. Intercepted his. He throws down the far sideline. Still going. All the way up to down to the 40-yard line.
Braden Maslewski's pass intercepted by Amarian Warfield.
Amarian Warfield makes the pick. And it was just a quail because of the pressure from Westminster's defense. Maslewski did all he could. So a turnover there. Let's see whether you think I'm going to call him. He stepped out, maybe back here by midfield, perhaps.
Ball was returned.
Also, Man Valley taking on Liberty. No score update there just yet.
Take over 1st and 10.
And we got North Hagerstown at Century, and the Hubs lead that one 7-0 in the first quarter. 21-0 here. Westminster back on offense at the 48-yard line. O'Connor back to throw. Down the sideline, just out of the reach of Braden Troop.
Rory O'Connor's pass intended for Braden Troop. Ball's incomplete.
So second down now for the Owls. And this will be a handoff. I think that was Tozer, Barrett Tozer with the carry.
Barrett Tozer with the carry.
That might have been Cason Doan. It was hard to see up here a little bit. Yeah, I think that was Cason Doan, number 10 on the carry. Picked up 2 yards. So 3rd and 8. Now Comfer is the lone back. He's got sort of the pro set there with a fullback in front of O'Connor on 3rd and 8. O'Connor over the middle, incomplete. Karan Stoltz, number 16, was the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
That's incomplete, and the Owls will punt. So a good stand there by South Carroll after the interception. No harm, no foul there in terms of scoring. But the Owls have a chance to flip the field here on a good punt.
Makes it 4th
3
down.
minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Jake Gillis and Jackson Casas back to receive.
Braden Troop is the punter.
Cavaliers. Braden Troop back to punt for the Owls.
Anthony Rodriguez, a late add-on to the punt team. South Carroll's got 2 returners back at around their own 10-yard line. Troop gets into it. On a hop at around the 15. And a nice return. Oh, big hit. But a nice return. Costas on the return. Nick Comfort laid the wood. But it's a good return for South Carroll. And with 2:50 to go, the Cavaliers will have it on their own 30-yard line. About a 15-yard return before
return to about the 31-yard line where the Cavaliers will
Comfort laid his on a hop at around the 15. Laid the wood on it. It's going to be actually the 31. You're right. So a nice tackle by Comfort, but a nice return by Costas of South Carroll. 1 timeout remaining for South Carroll. Westminster has all 3 of its first half timeouts. It'll be a keeper for Mazalewski, but doesn't get too far.
Wade Mazalewski with the keeper.
Gabe Lee
Tackle
on the
by
stop.
Gabe Lee.
No gain on that play.
No gain on the play. Makes
Second
it
and 10.
10 for the Cavaliers.
Clock running, rather. 2:05 to go. Right into the gut. And a bad pass by Mazalewski, and it's a pick 6 for Westminster.
Mazalewski's pass intercepted and returned for a touchdown by Amarian Warfield.
Amarian Warfield with the pick. .154 to go. And it's about to be a 20. That was right into the breadbasket of Amarian Warfield. Again, the pressure has been tough for South Carroll tonight, and it's led to a lot of miscues, and that was one right there.
Back to attempt the punt after.
As Wallace is trying to make it 28-0. Wallace boots it through.
Point after is good with 1 minute and 54 seconds.
1:54 remaining.
In the first half, the score Westminster 28, your South Carroll Cavaliers 0.
Pass just a little bit off, and with a little bit off, the Owls fly to the ball. Warfield did the same, caught it at around his 25-yard line and skated into the end zone untouched for a touchdown. Impressive first half for Westminster here. South Carroll's had some good plays and moved the ball. Just a few miscues, and you can't have miscues in the game. A, any game. B, a game against your rivals. And C, a game against Westminster, which is doing its best to add a third straight victory. So rather a fourth straight victory, pardon me, to start the season. Lost week 1 to Franklin 12-10 on a blocked field goal. The final seconds blocked field goal attempt. Beat Urbana by 1, beat Century by 10. And beat Liberty by 6 last week. A 9-yard touchdown pass from O'Connor to Troop in the final seconds. The Lions Den in Eldersburg after a rainy, stormy night gave us about an hour's worth of a rain delay. The Owls prevailed. Okay, South Carroll gets the kickoff. Nice job by Snyder.
Davey Snyder with the return.
Get up to around the 25-yard line. Snyder slowed to get up. He took a big hit. He is
Cavaliers will take over from their own 25-yard
coming
line,
off a little gingerly. So 1st and 10 South Carroll. They won't have Snyder on this play anyway. 1st and 10 from the 25. Low snap, handoff to number 3 for South Carroll.
Ryan Stankiewicz with the carry.
Ryan Stankiewicz.
Nick Copper with the tackle for the Owls.
Gain of about 2 brings up 2nd and 8. South Carroll
makes it 2nd and 8.
Doesn't want to do anything too risky here at its own end for fear of more points by Westminster. So run ball here, 2nd and 8. We'll see if Coach Basler wants to use a timeout after this play, depending on the result of the play. And Mazlewski will drop back to pass. Pressure by Taylor. He tracks in a hurry. Mazlewski may have stepped out of bounds. He did. I think he stepped out. So the pressure forced Mazlewski to the sideline. Pat Paisley and Taylor again. And this one will go for a loss.
Ray Mazlewski forced out of bounds by Noah Paisley.
Back at the 20. Let's see where they mark the ball. Yep, right at the 20. So a loss of 7 for Mazlewski on that run. Third and 15 back at the 20-yard line. And that stopped the clock, too. So a little bit of a timeout for Westminster there. We'll see what happens here on 3rd and 15. Here comes Taylor again. Oh, that's almost intercepted. It is intercepted. And knocked out right around the goal line. Jace Thomas, number 14, stepped in front. Another pick for Westminster.
Return to about the 2-yard line. No flag on the play.
Well, that's a gift for the Owls. Jace Thomas got all the way down. They're going to mark the ball at about the 2 or the 1. Actually, looks like at about the 3. So they'll mark him at the 3. 1st and 10 for the Owls. 52 seconds. And they have all. So we'll see what they want to do here. O'Connor with Comfer behind him. Claps his hands. Toss. Compher, plenty of room to run on the near side. He cuts it back in, and it's a 3-yard touchdown run for Nick Compher. And another turnover that leads to points for South Carroll, and Westminster is running away with this one in the first half.
Trevor Wallace out to take the point after for the Owls.
Point after good. If it goes in, we'll be in running clock territory with 46 seconds to go in the second quarter. Snap down, pressure from South Carroll, but the kick is into the trees, and it's good.
Point after is good. With 46 seconds remaining in the first half, the score, Westminster 35, your South Carroll Cavaliers 0.
So 2 picks, 3 picks, take that back. 3 picks that lead to points. A lot of miscues that Westminster has capitalized on in this half.
Trevor Wallace out to kick for the Owls. Anthony Rodriguez and Davey Snyder back to return for the Cavaliers.
Snyder back for South Carroll. It's a good thing. He's flanked by Rodriguez. Trevor Wallace will kick off from his own 40. And this time, if you're South Carroll, you might want to just get to the half. Talk it over and live the fight again. Let's see here what South Carroll can do. This is Rodriguez. Bowled over up at around the 18, 19-yard line, close to the 20. Now we're going to call that down at about the 17-yard line, I think. Right around the 17, 18, 17, yep. So 1st and 10, and let's see what South Carroll wants to do here.
To the 17-yard line where the Cavaliers will take over.
38 seconds and 1 timeout. But the Owls smell the blood in the water here in the first half. Mazalewski back in the shotgun formation. He is back to pass. Isaiah Taylor hits him. It's going to be, let's see, did Xavier Howard get it? And Mazalewski is down still behind the lineman, and they're waving for the athletic trainers. They're going to call that incomplete. Boy, Isaiah Taylor was all over Mazalewski. Took it.
Mazalewski's pass falls incomplete.
Right in the midsection as he threw. Big hit for the young man. And it's been that kind of night for South Carroll. Athletic trainers and coaches tending to Mazalewski. So there's a break in the action here momentarily. See, the coaches are heading over to the medical vehicle that's parked out by the gate, and we'll see. Not going to speculate, just we'll see what happens here with 30 seconds. Still working on Mazalewski.
Okay, so if he needs that, I can do that. Yeah. I'll try to get it out of the way. If it's a situation
Gonna hope he's okay. We'll check the other scores from around Carroll County while we have this timeout. Winters Mill and Francis Scott Key still appear to be scoreless. Started the second quarter there. Main Valley's taking on Liberty. No score to report from the Lions Den just yet. And North Hagerstown at the Castle at Century in Eldersburg. It's 14-7 North Hagerstown with a minute or so to go in the second quarter. Century does have the ball driving. And we'll see. They're bringing out some more medical stuff for Maslewski, so not the best situation for South Carroll. We'll take a minute to tell you that big things are on their way to to Carroll County Sports, coming soon. It's CMSportsNet. It'll be the home for high school sports coverage in Carroll County. We're building a new way to experience all the action, every stadium, every gym, live and on demand. Stay tuned for subscription details. Get ready to be a part of the network that is built for you. It's your team, your game, your network. CMSportsNet Plus. So still tending to Braden Maslewski. Almost every coach of South Carroll is down there at around the 10-yard line. And athletic trainers and medical staff doing their best to tend to Braden Maslewski. .5'10", 163 pounds, quarterback, plays pretty much all over all over the field for South Carroll. Right now, unfortunately for the Cavs, he's on his back at about the 10-yard line. We certainly hope he's okay. Not what you want to see, adding injury to insult a little bit here in a 35-0 game. I mean, you can't fault Westminster for pressuring the quarterback, but the ambulance is on its way now, and that's never a good sign. So it makes its way up the road here. The good thing is at Parker Field, you're not that far from Winfield Volunteer Fire Department, so if you ever needed something like this, it's good. They're just a few moments away, literally in the same parking lot as the fire grounds and the back of the school here at South Carroll, so that's good news. But Braden Maslewski's night is done. We just hope he's okay, and they'll get some care for him here as he is going to leave the field with some assistance, unfortunately. So quiet right now at Parker Field. A little bit of a scary scene here just because of the unknown, but hopefully Braden is getting some medical attention he needs right now as he lays on the field. Certainly not what you want to see anywhere. But these things happen sometimes, and I'm glad to be this close to, at a moment's notice, to get help. Just in case. So the stretcher coming out now for Braden Mazalewski from the far gate. I think we'll pause here actually for a few minutes, everyone, as they tend to Braden Mazalewski and get the situation as cleared up as they can. Mike Crumley or the South Carroll coaching staff going to huddle up South Carroll while they do. We'll take a pause here. We'll be back on audio to give you the rest of the first half in just a moment. Welcome back. CMSportsNet returns from Parker Field, and a good sign anyway, or as best sign as you could have. Braden Mazalewski taken off the field with help, assistance. Round of applause from the South Carroll side and the Westminster side. The Cavaliers as a team went out to wish Mazalewski well. Westminster players stood up, applauded when Mazalewski was placed onto the stretcher and taken. He'll be taken here via ambulance, so we hope that Braden Mazalewski is okay. And in a moment, play will resume. We'll try to resume anyway. 30 seconds left. Owls 35, Westminster 0. So a little bit of a damper here at the end of a bad first half for South Carroll, made worse by a scary injury to their starting quarterback.
Sir, that's the half. Take it down. Take the clock down to 0.
So it looks like they will just end the first half here. The clock will wind down, and then we'll get to halftime. Probably the right decision. Let's recap before we take a break. Recap the scoring.
That's the end of the first
in the first half. Nick Comfer got the scoring started. It was a 63-yard touchdown run with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. That made it 7-0. Drake Guijo had an interception for Westminster that set up another touchdown. A few plays later, Braden Troop, a 25-yard pass from Rory O'Connor, made it 14-0. Just 5 minutes into the first quarter. That was the score at the end of the first quarter, 14-0. Westminster added 3 touchdowns in the second, a 1-yard touchdown run from Rory O'Connor, a 20-yard interception return by Amarian Warfield, and another touchdown from Nick Comfer, this one from 3 yards out. Made it 35-0 with 46 seconds remaining in the second quarter. South Carroll lost Braden Mazalewski. We had about a 15-minute break while they tended to Mazalewski. He is leaving the field with medical assistance via ambulance, so we hope that Braden's okay. And they decided to run off the final 30 seconds. So we are into the halftime break now. We had a 15-minute break. I'll take a break here, get the water, get the hydration, and hopefully we'll have a second half for you from Parker Field. So the clock is running during halftime. Westminster 35-0 as they are on their way to another county victory, be their 4th win in a row and their 3rd in Carroll County Athletic League play. Pat Stesser with you from CMSportsNet. So I'll take a quick break. We'll back in a few minutes, and we'll get started for the second half from Parker Field. Westminster 35, South Carroll 0. Come on back for the second half of Week 5 in the Carroll County Athletic League.
Hi, I'm
CMSportsNet's halftime report is brought to you by Aquino Financial Group.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well-thought-out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.
CMSportsNet's halftime report is brought to you by Aquino Financial Group.
Okay, fans, let's give our team a round of applause for battling hard out there tonight. We know our quarterback is tough, and we're sending him nothing but good vibes for a quick recovery. Now, don't let that energy fade. It's time to turn up the volume and show some spirit as we welcome to our field our Palms team. Let's make some noise for the South Carroll Palms.
Everybody is
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino.
CMSportsNet's halftime report is brought to you by Aquino Financial Group.
Hi, I'm Steve Aquino. Creating a financial plan requires a disciplined, well thought out approach. At Aquino Financial Group, our mission is to provide a variety of solutions to help our clients fulfill their lifetime financial goals and dreams.
CMSportsNet's halftime report is brought to you by Aquino Financial Group.
Your South Carroll County Marching Band. Cavalier fans, the band boosters, speaking of the band, are rattling off a Yeti Rody 60 rolling cooler. Drawing is November 1st.
All right, welcome back, South Carroll High School, Parker Field, home of the Cavaliers. It has been all Westminster here as we get started for the second half. Owls 35, Cavaliers nothing. Pat Stetzer with you here from CMSportsNet, live from South Carroll High School in Winfield. Owls have 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown from Roy O'Connor, and an interception return for a touchdown. They have been dominant in this latest chapter of the longest rivalry in Carroll County High School football, and they get the ball to start quarter number 3. Preston Wachewin on the kickoff, soccer player for South Carroll with a big boot, and here's a good return for Westminster all the way up near the 40-yard line.
Jacob Devilbus with the return.
Jacob Devilbus on the return for for Westminster rather. And the Owls 1st and 10 from the 41, so a good starting back. And we have, let's see, new quarterback in for South Carroll. It's Karan Stoltz. We saw him throw or catch a pass earlier. So we're going to have some reserves in, I believe, in the second half for Westminster.
Owls will take over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
Moved it back to the 39, so 1st and 10 from the 39. Clock is running, and it'll be a running clock with a 35-point discrepancy. Here's Barrett Tozer for a gain of about 8 on 1st down.
With the carry, Jake Ellis with the tackle.
See it. Press box that he was feeling good and looking good, so that's good news. Karan Stoltz uses his legs, gets the 1st down. Flag flies. Stoltz driven back all the way back to the 42-yard line, but there is a flag that came in right around midfield. Looked like Stoltz had enough for the 1st down at the moment, and he got driven back. And it's a hold on Westminster. That might be the first one of the night. So that should be the spot of the foul. Let's see what they do here. Let's see if they mark it off from... That'll be from the 46, so back to the 36 it'll go. It'll still be 3rd down.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It remains 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and about 13 or so back at the 36. So Stoltz did a good job there to get the 1st down. But the penalty brings him back, so 3rd and long for Westminster. Stoltz in the shotgun. claps his hands. He's going to run it. Karan Stoltz gets a block.
Ron Stoltz with the carry.
Up to about the 44-yard line, so it'll be 4th down, and I think I can hear from the sideline Westminster coach Chris Basler will bring out the punt team. So a stop for South Carroll momentarily. Braden Troop is the punter. Davey Snyder looks like he's back to receive, along with Rodriguez. Again, clock.
Jackson
Costas back there, beg your pardon. The white numbers are a little tough to see from our vantage point with the gold jerseys. Troop gets off the kick. It's a high kick. Fair catch signal is made. Ball's down. I think he covered it up. So South Carroll will maintain possession there after the Troop punt.
Jake Gillis with the recovery.
There's a flag. Let's see. Is this flag, did it fall out, or are they going to call a penalty? Two of the officials talking near midfield.
Take over 4th and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
The ball's at 25. There may be a flag. Let's see if it just fell out or not. No, I think there might be one. Officials are going to huddle up here and talk it over. Never stop the clock, so 6:45 and running.
Do they want to stop? No, they would tell me to stop.
So let's see, they're motioning over to the Westminster sideline. The teams are coming out to break, but the official's still talking this over. This is a long talk. They never stopped the clock.
Man, they just wasted about a minute and a half.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
I'm waiting for some waves.
Fans getting agitated, I understand, but they never motioned to stop the clock, so.
End of the 4th quarter and the situation.
Clock continuing to run. Now they stop it.
They're going to put some time on the clock. They are
Going to work this, sort this out.
at about 6:45.
Now going to talk to Coach Mike Crumley about what's going on. They may have to re-kick. Maybe they're ringing the chains back. .8:30 on the clock.
Come on, Pat. He never said to stop the clock. That's the rule, right? That's right.
All right, got it sorted out now. 8:30 on the clock. It'll start on the whistle.
That's about right. We said, well, actually, we said 7, but I think it was closer to the next period.
A lot of stops in this game with the injury to Mazalewski and now this official's timeout to figure out the clock.
It's like 4 minutes right here, 4, 5, 6 minutes.
It'll wind as soon as the referee is set. So they're going to re-kick this punt.
Who has the ball?
We're going to re-punt. So should be 4th down. The box says 1st down, but it should be 4th down. They're going to punt. They're back in punt formation. Okay, a little confusion here. So now we're going back to the 50. So not punting. And we're going to wind the clock. Offense is back on the field, so I'm confused too. And we did start the clock again, so here we go. 1st and 10 from midfield. Not sure what happened. 35-0. There may not be an answer for it. Either way, it's 1st and 10, Westminster. Milo Schenning on the carry there, number 13 for the Owls, picks up 5 yards.
Austin Dietrich with the tackle.
That's a gain of 5 yards. I guess we're back in business now. Schenning again. Gets around the edge, 1st down.
Milo Schenning with the carry. Forced out of bounds by Jackson Costas.
Be a 1st down. I'm not sure I've seen that sequence before. Westminster punts. South Carroll gets it. Officials meet for about 3 minutes, decide that it's the Owls' ball again, and not only do they don't have to punt, it's 1st down. So either way, 1st and 10 now from the 37. Schenning again, stop there. Nice job by South Carroll.
Schenning with the carry. Tackled by Brendan Harrison.
No gain there, so good job by Harrison and company on the Cavaliers. That brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play makes it 2nd and 10.
There's a toss to Schenning. Trying the right side. Nice job by South Carroll there.
Milo Schenning with the carry.
Might have been Armin Sarvakui,
Tackled by Armin Sabakui.
but a flag
Flag on the
flies.
play.
Let's see if he didn't get him for a horse collar or a face mask, but nice pursuit by Savakui. Yeah, it was a face mask, unfortunately. So you can't
Personal foul, face mask.
fault
called
the
South
effort.
Carroll.
Fault the effort from Savakui. Just a little too much with the face mask, and that gives the Owls.
And a 1st down.
First and 10 now from the 26-yard line. Stoltz is the quarterback. Oh, looked like a stumble in the backfield, but still able to get the handoff. Schenning with the carry.
Milo Schenning with the carry. Gain of about 3 makes it 2nd and 7 for the Owls.
Ball down around the 22-yard line, 2nd down. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Another handoff. This is 22 on the carry. Landon Brightful.
Liam McGowan with the carry. Tackled by a host of Cavaliers.
Yeah, take that back. That was Liam McGowan, number 23. Numbers, again, a little tough to see as a sophomore. Liam McGowan on that last carry.
Brings up third down.
Score update from the Lions down in Eldersburg. Man Valley 10, Liberty 0. So the Mavericks trying to also get to 3-0 in county play. They have a 10-0 lead on Liberty at Liberty. There's a nice run up the gut by Westminster. That's a first down.
With the carry.
McGowan again. And he moves the chains. First and 10 from the 11. Fast-moving quarter with the running clock. 3:45 to go and counting. Stoltz in command right now on the offense. It's a handoff to McGowan. Up the middle, Liam McGowan.
Liam McGowan with the carry.
Inside the 10.
Tackled by Brendan Harrison.
Yeah, McGowan down to the 5-yard line, second down. The Owls can get a first down without scoring inside the 2 or 1, but right now it's second and about 4 from the 5. South Carroll shuffling its defense, second and 4. Another give to McGowan. That's a good job by South Carroll's defense there to stand him up. McGowan keeps his legs moving.
Lee McGowan with the carry.
Gets a yard out of it down to the 4. Actually, they're going to move him back to the 5. Moved it back to the 5-yard line. It's really close between the 5 and the 4.
Tackled by Ryan Stankiewicz. Loss on the play. Makes it third and goal.
Might have been no gain. It's pretty close between the 5 and the 4. But anyway, third down. Third down for Westminster. Spread out the receivers. Stoltz. Nice cut back. Milo Shenning into the end zone.
Milo Shenning with the carry on the Westminster touchdown.
So a short touchdown run from Shenning. This is Wallace will come out for the PAT. The clock is running, 1:45 to go. This will be PAT. 6 of them tonight for Wallace. Westminster 42, South Carroll 0. Winners Mill 7, Francis Scott Key 3 into the third quarter in Uniontown in that game. Falcons have the ball. We mentioned Man Valley Liberty. It's 10-0 in favor of the Mavericks. And it's 14-13 North Hagerstown, early fourth quarter. Actually, yeah, a few minutes into the fourth quarter. So a close one there at the Castle in Eldersburg. The Hubs come into that game 4-0. Century trying to hand them their first loss of 2025. South Carroll looking for its first win of 2025, and it is not going to happen tonight. Been all Westminster pretty much from the jump. Kickoff, nice moves there by Anthony Rodriguez to make some more yards out of the kickoff return up to the 35-yard line before he's stood up.
Anthony Rodriguez with the return.
Actually gets to the 36-yard line, so good running there by Rodriguez.
Daniel Adegoke with the tackle.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Third quarter's come to an end.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Westminster and South Carroll will switch sides one more time, and we have 12 more minutes to go in this game that is all Owls right now. 42-0 Westminster They'll be running clock again in the fourth quarter. South Carolina would have to score twice to stop the clock. Clock only stops on officials' timeouts, team timeouts, or injuries the rest of the way. Don't forget, CMSportsNet plans on bringing you some Carroll County soccer coverage tomorrow. Century Winners Mill girls, Liberty FSK boys. 2 afternoon games, JV at 1, varsity at 2:30. If you're fans of soccer, we'll have some county soccer for you on a Saturday afternoon around Carroll County. And then, of course, we're back next week for football as well, and soccer and volleyball. We got you covered. CMSportsNet. The fall season, hard to believe we're already into October. The football season has reached its midway point of the regular season. Storylines already starting to develop. They have developed so far. Westminster's been without Jack Hitchcock all year. He was the county's leading rusher last year. Who's going to fill in? Well, Nick Comfer has done quite a job. He's had some help, of course, too, but Comfer, one of the top rushers in the county. We had him as one of our athletes of the week a few weeks back. He's done a great job. And the Owls have gotten it together. Won 3 in a row, looking for 4 in a row, and they're on their way to 4 in a row. They will be 4-1 and 3-0 in the county. Winners Mill was off to a 3-0 start. Took their first loss last week against Manchester Valley, and they've won 2 in a row. Man, Valley has. Stood up tall right there. On that run, give credit to Eli Miller, number 59, on the tackle for Westminster.
Eli Miller with the tackle.
It's a loss of yards there for the Cavaliers. Just has not been South Carroll's night. Lost a little bit of juice there at the end of the first half when you lost your starting quarterback to injury, Braden Maslewski. Again, we had some reports from people up here in the press box that he was appearing to feel good and just left as precaution. There's a pass incomplete, trying to get it to
Jackson Costas pass intended for Jake Gillis.
Jake Gillis, and Jackson Costas is your quarterback for South Carroll now, going the rest of the way here, but some good sportsmanship at the end of the half, too, with both teams recognizing the loss of Maslewski. The fans on both sides were showing their support with applause, and Maslewski's teammates, South Carroll teammates, all went out to the field to sort of wish him well and send him off the field, where he was hopefully getting the attention he needs. I hope to see him back on the field soon. 3rd and 13. Costas going down the middle, had a receiver, just overthrew him, trying to get it to 22, Cole Blanchard.
Intended for Cole Blanchard. Falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down for the Cavaliers.
The Cavaliers will punt. Low snap, but they get the punt off. Good kick. Takes the Cavalier bounce and settles down at about the
Michael Fry's punt.
39-yard line. So Michael
Down
Fry
around
on the punt.
39-yard line where the Owls will take over 1st and 10.
Nice job by Fry. Sophomore. One of a few sophomores on South Carroll's roster. And again, just South Carroll's uphill battle all season is going to be its lack of depth. Opening the year against Glenelg and Walkersville, the Cavaliers were actually competitive in those games until the 4th quarter. I was talking with a South Carroll supporter, longtime Cavalier fan, and had kids through that. He just said he called them we. He said, we're a really good 3-quarter team because we just seem to run out of gas in the 4th. Not seem to. He knows why. It's just hard to stay that up for the full 4 quarters when almost everybody on your roster is playing 3 ways. South Carroll thought there was a fumble at the end of that, but that was McGowan. A nice run up to the 50-yard line. So officials are talking right at midfield. Let's see what they say here. So the Owls moving the chains. They were just making sure, confirmed that wasn't a fumble, so it was not. 1st and 10 from the 50. 8 minutes left. 8:10 actually, and counting. There's a nice stop there near the line of scrimmage. Give that tackle to number 7. I think that's Costas.
Liam McGowan with the carry.
We'll get Grady Conaway in there too, 56.
Stankiewicz and Grady Conaway.
Second and 9 from the 48. 2nd and 8 or 9. Well, nice move there, but South Carroll right out the line of scrimmage.
Elias Lopez with the carry.
Elias Lopez, a senior running back, getting off the reserve area to make a play there. No gain, though.
Conaway and Brennan Harrison.
Nice job there by Conaway and Brennan Harrison. We've called his name a few times. And that brings up 3rd and long. Under 7 minutes to go as we wind this game down. 2025 edition of South Carroll Westminster. They've been playing this game since the late 60s. A lot of memorable moments in this series. This one, maybe not quite as much. But there'll be others. Stoltz, pressure, pursuit. He's going to go down the backfield. Sack.
Ron Stoltz. Sacked on the play.
I think Stankiewicz might have been in on that sack. Number 3, he's back here in the defensive position, but he was pursuing Stoltz. Either way, a sack for South Carroll.
By Ryan Stankiewicz and Jose Perez.
And that'll push Westminster back into punt formation. So the Cavs hold.
Braden Troop back to punt.
Troops the punter for Westminster.
Jake Gillis and Jackson Costas back to
Costas
receive
and
for
Gillis
the
are
Cavaliers.
back for South Carroll. Troop gets it away. Oh, South Carroll got a little pressure on it. Fair catch is called for. I don't know if he touched it. Yeah, I think it's down South Carroll. I think the 35-yard line, 34-yard line. Yeah, is it Westminster ball? Oh, you're right.
Play resulted in a fumble.
Can't advance the fumble, I guess is the main of the
Westminster
rule.
takes over.
Yeah, the fair
1st and
catch
10
signal, he
from
ran
the
right into
Cavaliers'
traffic, and
34-yard line.
as soon as he touches it, Westminster falls on it. Once it's touched there, unless it's touched on the hop. Either way, a turnover. And just not going South Carroll's way tonight. 5 minutes to go. Stoltz back out with the offense. There's a give to Shenning, I believe, 13. No, I'm sorry, McGowan, 23. Liam McGowan down to the 29. 5-yard gain for McGowan.
Tackle by Jake Gillis.
He's had a nice half. Yeah, it's twofold here for Westminster. They're going to get a big win. They get a chance to rest some of their starters with the half a season to go. And you get a chance to see some of the guys that don't play too much and what they can contribute. And South Carroll's got the bulk of their starters in. They don't have the luxury of having too much depth here. So this is a lot of the twos, if you will, going against most of South Carroll's ones. And South Carroll's ones are doing a good job to keep them in check. But I like the way Westminster has approached this half. Liam McGowan again, bullying his way through the South Carroll secondary. McGowan on his feet all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 13 yards and move the sticks again, and Liam McGowan
Tackle by Jake Gillis.
getting his name in the stat book tonight. You get the opportunity, you want to be ready if coach calls your name. This is a chance for them to do that, and they're doing a good job here in this second half. 3:35 to go. Update from the Castle. Century takes a 16-14 lead on North Hagerstown.
Lee McGowan with the carry.
Winners Mill up 14-3 over Francis Scott Key. Sorry, 19-14, beg your pardon, the Century score. 19-14 down at the Castle against North Hagerstown. So the Hubs' perfect start to the season in jeopardy. So 2nd down and 10 from the 16. No gain on that last play. Man Valley still leading Liberty 10-0. Stoltz will keep it, stutters a bit.
Ron Stoltz with the carry.
Takes it down to the 14-yard line. So a pickup of 2 yards for Stoltz on the carry.
Tackle by Eli Casamia.
Eli Gasamia helped force a fumble last week in the Century game. I know the Knights won the game late, but South Carroll played with a lot of grit that last week at Century. Gasamia with a fumble that gave South Carroll some life on offense, but not a lot of life tonight. Westminster has a lot to do with that here. 2 minutes to go. 3rd and long. Stoltz hands it off. Elias Lopez gets down inside the 10. I think they're going to call him down. 4th down, he's down at around the 8-yard line. So a pickup of about 6. Going to be 4th and short. And the Owls offense will
by Jake Gillis and Harry Rhodes.
Stay out there. All right, 4th and short. Can South Carroll defense stand tall? Stoltz keeps it. Stoltz is going to get the 1st down. Karan Stoltz is into the end zone.
Karan Stoltz with the keeper and the Westminster touchdown.
8-yard touchdown run, Karan Stoltz.
I guess this could be it. Time takes them to set up and everything.
And that may cap the scoring here tonight. At Parker Field. Look, might have a new kicker here for this PAT. It may be Gabe Lee. They're missing a player. You got to hustle him out there for Westminster. Is Gabe Lee 88 on the roster these days? Is it 28, the kicker? Okay. They do have a couple kickers south of
Lee out to
Westminster.
take the point after.
Stephen Lee, 28. We'll try this one. Left-footed kick is good.
Kick is good.
And that's going to do it, folks.
10 minutes.
The final 10 seconds will tick off. And Westminster gets the victory. 49-0 is your final score.
That's the end of the game.
The Owls improved to 4-1, 3-0 in the county.
South Carroll Athletic Department.
South Carroll drops to 0-5.
Wishes you a safe trip home.
0-3 in county play.
Reminder,
A big night on the ground for Westminster, a big day on defense for the Owls, a very complete ball game, and it turns into a win. We hope Braden Maslowski's okay and he can return at some point this season. But the story tonight, before that got started, was Westminster dominant from the jump, and the Owls get another win on the road in Carroll County Athletic League play. Shaking hands. A 4th straight win for Westminster, and they'll huddle up and talk it over, and South Carroll will regroup and try to get things going as they look for their first win of 2025. That'll do it for me anyway from Parker Field. I'm going to head down to the field, and you'll see on social media later, hopefully, the player of the game. We'll bring that to you later on this evening. It'll come from the Westminster side tonight. Final score from Parker Field. Pat Stetcher saying have a good evening on my end. We'll see you. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next time. The final score from Parker Field, Westminster 49, South Carroll 0. Have a good night, everybody.